number one, it should always start out within strategy, critical thinking, asking your business the right questions.
What is the first secret to building the ultimate real estate machine?
I'd have to say the first secret, or a big secret, and I really go back to, again, people that I learn from. I don't try to make stuff my own. I give credit where credit's due, and I've been through Tony Robbins' Business Mastery, and I think it really just rolls back to what are the three highest dollar producing activity that any entrepreneur can be in, including the people that I help the most, which are high producing real estate agents and team leaders. Number one activity they can be in is strategy, business strategy. Number two is marketing, and number three is innovation. I asked Jay Abraham, which, if you don't know who Jay Abraham is, or the listeners don't know who he is, he's known by Forbes magazine as one of the top 5 marketing and business strategists in the world. He's Tony Robbins' advisor, has been Damon John's advisor, Stephen Covey, co-founder of FedEx, et cetera, et cetera. But I asked him, he's also known as the highest paid marketing and business consultant in the world. Not cheap, very expensive, but there's a reason why people pay so much, and the reason why I paid so much. But I asked him this question. The question is who wins? Who wins? Does the master strategist win, or does the master marketer win? He thought about that for a second or two. Then he responded that the master strategist wins because the master strategist is going to have the master marketing plan, and is going to have the budgeting down, where the master marketer is pretty much, if they didn't have the strategy in place, is just maybe going to run by the seat of their pants. And I'm paraphrasing, but that was his answer. The master strategist wins.
Excellent. And maybe we could talk about strategy, right? And maybe define strategy for us, and maybe the best kept secret to high producing professionals, entrepreneurs, owners of companies, right? How are they thinking different about their strategy? What does that look like on a day-to-day, or week-to-week, or quarter-to-quarter? What is it about what you're seeing what does that activity look like?
And I guess for those that, and it took me a while to really internalize like what strategy really is. And I like to go back to World War II, and I like to go back to D-Day and America and the Allies storming the beaches of Normandy. And we didn't, to go into Europe, we didn't just say, hey, let's put the boots on the ground and let's just go run at them, and let's go get Hitler. There was a strategic plan behind it. They had the boats in the water. They had the feet on the ground. They had the airplanes flying above, which even they had decoys. They actually had a decoy that day, to make the enemy think that we're, going from another route. But we had a strategic plan in place, to ultimately win that day. And thankfully, the boats saved the day, because the part of that strategy, and where strategy can sometimes go wrong, like Mike Tyson said, everybody has a plan until you get punched in the nose. But the bombs missed by 2 miles because it was a foggy day that day. So that's why it's important to have a strategy, but also, what is the next step, if your strategy isn't working out, to be able to pivot off of that strategy, especially like, in COVID, when the COVID crisis hit, and these businesses, didn't know what exactly to do, which none of us did. None of us knew, how long it was going to last, et cetera, et cetera. But to me, what kind of strategy should you have? It should always start out with strategy. Number one, it should always start out within strategy, critical thinking, asking your business the right questions. I have a questionnaire that I did take from Abraham's, and I, with his permission, he gave it to me to repurpose it back into real estate to where it's a very in-depth questionnaire to kick off strategy, which gets the brain working, gets all that stuff out of your mind and onto paper, which is slowing down to speed up within your business. Then the next step would be putting it on a one-page strategic plan. So everybody, especially at this time of year, usually around late October, November, and if you don't have it yet, I'd highly recommend getting your 2022 strategy laid out before you. So having that annual plan ready to rock and roll, but also having that plan broken down into first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, which I call 90-day sprints. And there's actually a chapter in the book that it goes into. I believe it is chapter, it goes into some of the steps in chapter 11, which innovation and value creation, as far as, creating your actual plan and the step-by-step to do so.
Excellent. Absolutely love that. And I love the analogy, and I love the true story.